This is 28 pounds just as a full packer brisket. Let me know in the comment section if you've actually seen anything this big before, because I have a question for HEB. What are you feeding those cows? Seriously, I want to know how big that cow was. So this thing is about 2 feet long, about 1 foot wide, but in the thickest point is over 1/2 foot tall. All right, let's get to slicing. Now I did notice there's actually a lot of good marbling on this brisket, which is a good sign that this is gonna be a nice and juicy brisket. Now to help this even more, we are going to be doing a brisket injection. In the description of this video, I will put my recipe for how I inject my briskets. We're gonna start kind of fatty end, and you just come in here and you just start giving it some injection. My friend Chris, he made this kind of, I think he calls it cowboy something or other. It's gonna be coming on the market soon, but I tried this the other day and it was so good. And I have a feeling this will pair perfectly well on brisket. All right, so we are running 200 degrees right now. And we're just gonna keep it at 200 probably until the nighttime. I just wanna just bathe in some smoke. So now we're gonna get her on. I don't know if you can see what I see, but this brisket is so huge, you can actually see a bend to the actual grate right now. Water pan, look at that, beautiful. I'm gonna put water in here, I'm gonna close her up. And now we'll just let it bathe in some smoke for probably about 4 or 5 hours. All right, guys, it's been 5 hours, but now let's check her out. Ooh, wow. Just gonna spritz this down right now. This is just water that I'm spritzing down right now. I tell you what, that is gonna be a beautiful brisket. We're gonna close it up. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crank the temp to about 275 and I'm gonna go get a good night's sleep. Let the pit boss do the heavy lifting. So far she was pinned at 200 degrees and pretty much stayed there. The only thing to keep into consideration is make sure you fill your hopper full of pellets before you go to bed. Trust me, there is no worse thing waking up in the morning and then the hopper is completely dry. You have to reprime it. It's just a very big setback. So to help that out, just make sure your hopper is full of pellets and enjoy a good night's sleep. See y'all in the morning. All right, we are back. It's been 10 hours. The smoker's been just running at 275, 0 issues as far as, you know, temperature fluctuations and whatnot. She's just been running like a champ, and the hopper still looks like it has 3/4 full of pellets, so this thing can continue to run. I'm most curious right now what it actually looks like. I'm assuming it's gonna have a nice bark to it, but since it's so thick, I can only guess what the temperature is gonna be internal. I'm gonna guess now, maybe in the ballpark about 180, 190. No clue though. So I am very curious to how this looks like, so let's check it out. All right, moment of truth. Oh my gosh. Wow. The bark on that. Oh, that is. Woo. All right, let's see. 177. 186. There's kind of like no resistance. You know, I'm probably just gonna let this go for maybe another hour and then I'm gonna wrap it, and we're gonna do a long rest on this. All right, so two things. One, my thoughts on the Pit Boss Heritage. Definitely an awesome, awesome pit. Now, I will say at the lower temps, this pit produced more smoke than I've ever seen from other Pit Boss models. I don't know if they actually did anything different in the algorithm itself. How she did on the overnight smoke, it's easy. Something that I've been doing, and it's kind of like the standard now, at least for how I do my briskets, is just let it get a lot of smoke for at least 5 hours, so I can put it kind of earlier in on the day and kind of just right before I go to bed, turn it up to 275. And most likely when you open that door up, it's like probing like butter, it's ready to go. So this Pit Boss will go down to about 150, which is actually, you can switch this to be a food warmer per se. So consider then, I'm gonna pull it, kind of let it rest a little bit, but then I'm gonna turn the Pit Boss down to 150. I'm gonna put the brisket right back in to the Pit Boss, and we'll let it rest. And I'm telling you, when you do these like 4, 5, 6 hour rest, and then just that inside gets even, there's something magical that happens when you do these extended rests. So what time is it now? It's like 8 a.m. right now, and I'm planning on carving in around dinner time. So maybe about 8 to 10 hours from now. So definitely plenty of time to rest. And then when you slice in, it's a perfect temp. All right, I think she is done. Let's do a little probe check right here. And oh, that is probing like butter. There is no pull on it. Oh man. Nice little jiggle to it. Oh baby, we're gonna be eating good. In the name of science, I have a weight scale here, and I am curious. What I'm gonna do is I have a cutting board, and I'm gonna weigh myself holding this cutting board, and then I'm gonna put the brisket on and then weigh myself again, and we're gonna find out how much this brisket weighs. So 210.5. All right. 221.6. Wow. So 11 pounds after smoking. This thing is a colossal monster. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at that jiggle to it. And that bark. Woo. We're gonna get a noise violation. The amount of bark. That bark is barking. I set the pit to 150, and by the time we wrap it up in butcher paper, put it back on the pit, we can then just keep it at 150. And then what's great is when you want to carve in, two things. One, whenever you want to carve in, it's going to be the perfect serving temperature. And then two, your backyard is going to smell beautiful until you need to carve in. I have some tallow right here. Ooh. All right, so for this tallow, get it onto this brisket. Now we're gonna wrap her up. All right, and then there we go. Our little bundle of joy. All right, let's get her on the pit. All right. So I figure right before dinner, we'll slice in, see how we did. All right. Ooh. Moment of truth. Oh. Oh, wow. All right. Oh my gosh. That's nuts. And now for my favorite part, the taste test. It's gonna be the fatty side. Wow, money. The Pit Boss Heritage completely handled this monster brisket. So whatever you want to throw at it, definitely can handle it. She ran for a champ for being on for 24 hours, no issues. I love it. Definitely worth checking out. But I'm going to feed the family, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Girls, how'd you know?